when he drives.
It's November 14th. It is November 14th. It's been a long time since I've recorded because
Watch your hot chocolate.
we're just random jobs and it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't work to record.
It's up in the woods.
Anyways, we're in the woods today and we're checking for animal damage. Kristoff's pickup was cleaned out the other day.
Inside's still pretty clean if you want to show them
No, it
that.
has children's seats in there because my car's in the.
That's why it's
In the shop getting work done.
No, it's
No, it's all done winter
Okay.
tires and oil change.
My truck's not done yet.
His Ford will never be back.
Maybe I'll get it back.
But
sometime.
his Toyota that he bought for a couple $100, that thing is a champ.
Getting inspected now.
Not
I need. If anyone
He
has,
is, what?
if anyone has a motor for a 2.7 twin turbo, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Right here.
So yeah, that's
I'm
where his
thinking
pickup
that's
is.
okay.
They don't know when he's getting an engine. But anyways, besides the fact that he has no motor or engine for his car or truck, it is what it is. But we're gonna keep checking for animal damage. We went before lunch already, so there's a bunch of trash. What, Kristoff? This is on camera. What the hell are you guys talking about?
It was no. I'll keep it off camera.
So they're keeping the marriage spicy, apparently.
No.
Okay. We're in the woods. We're walking to where we were. So the orange pipes that you're seeing here, which we didn't loop, this one. I have gloves on one hand because it's snowing today, actually. But the other hand I don't. Because you got to be able to feel the animal damage.
This is an old one.
What is this
This
from?
is from the old Sugar Woods. Before we bought it.
Yeah.
We pulled it all out, and then we put our tubing in.
Yep. So yeah, this is what? Years and years.
Old. But this is also smaller. They use like a
Garden hose.
garden hose. So.
And this tree is also rotted.
Well, it's also dead, so.
I mean, it's not going in anymore. Alrighty, we're gonna keep rolling. We have found a lot of animal damage already.
Now this is the worst section.
A lot of squirrel bites and occasional deer bites.
Actually, I had a lot of deer bites.
Oh, I've had more squirrel. But we have plenty of both. So we're gonna keep going. Two of us are walking up that line. I guess three. But Johan's more carrying lateral stuff and supplies, which is the longer pipe. This is lateral. And then Alex and Kristoff are on that one. But we're looking for very small holes, so I don't even think... The camera won't pick it up, Ferdy. No, this is...
Maybe on a one that's really bad.
Maybe if I put some flashlight on it.
Like a deer one.
Oh no, we got a flashlight on it. So yeah, right there you can see nibbles. It looks much worse in person than it does on the camera. Anyways, that's literal squirrel bites. Now, there is a chance that it doesn't leak, but because we see it, we're just changing it. So, most of the time you find damage on the drop too, or if it's like here, you can splice a section out and just put a straight connector in or replace some pipe. I will show what he's got over there. So this is one Ferdy just did. So that right there is that's some vicious deer bites. And they just went to town. They like the taste and the sweetness in it. And with the deer bites, you can see where like their mouth closes like right there. And then the squirrel is like the little nibbles that I was just doing. But yeah, we have that stuff everywhere. And then after we check a spot, it gets looped like this. That way, when we come back through, we know exactly where we've been. And we have actually noticed in the last couple of years that if we let them hang, we have to cut more of the tips and less replacing all the drops because they chew on the end. So this one's good, but normally they chew on like the bottom 3-4 inches. You cut it off and you can reuse it for another year or two. So we have seen a little bit better with that, but nothing's perfect. So I gotta go fix that now. I didn't record it, but I can show now that it's done. Right here there was deer bites, a handful. So basically I went up to where it stopped, snipped it, put the tool on, clamped it on one side, put a straight connector in. Then we put on some new hose that Johan had, strung it out to where the bites stopped. This drop was still good, so we didn't have to change that. And we replaced that, what, 3-foot section right there, and it's good to go. So not only are we checking drops, but laterals as much as we can find. The more we find now, the less we gotta change later, which this does most of it, right, Krista? Oh yeah. He looks so excited. He's got his Halloween spirit still going with the orange. Hey, that was inappropriate sign language. They'll live, he said. All right. You can see this is a section that we've changed before. Straight connectors. Some of the piping, that pipe is different color. That's CDL pipe. This other stuff was leader. So this one, I gotta change the drop. It's bit here, but that's the part you can see, but it's also a bit in the middle, but the camera's not picking it up. There's also a deer bite right here. It's like literally chomped down once. And then here there's some bites. I mean, maybe it could be a squirrel. I don't know. Hopefully I just can change it and it don't leak. That's all that matters. But because there's slack in this one, I can snip here, and pull it together and put a whole new drop in. Hopefully the high tension wire will hold this good enough to show you. Where's that? There you go. Alright, cut this here. There. This one's open on both sides for people that don't know. These blue ones that I have a plug on this side. My camera's messing up, but hopefully it works. So you're gonna put this on. You hold one side, it's kind of picking up with your elbow. You put the T in with your arm, and then you can run the other side with your other hand. Put that on. Loop it. Connect it. And that's done. I'm gonna grab my trash. Put it in my bag. I think it's showing. So we're finding a lot of stuff like this, where like it's like the last couple inches. So to make that easy, we basically, Ferdy's at the other end, that's why you see the wire moving, or hose. Just snip off, because there were some nibbles right there. And good. The rest of this drop right here can keep going. It's starting to get darker, but I can show you basically a blue one that I'm going to use now. So this is the old style in the beginning when we used to do it. So you'd have the drop like this come in here and it would loop all the way around the tree. The crappy thing with that stuff is if an animal comes up here and they nibble on it here, well, now it's going to leak and that drop, now you got to fix it around the tree. Now with these ones with the plugs, on the one side like that, you put it in with the plug facing the back like this. So no matter how much they chew on the back here, does not matter, it won't affect it because it's only going to get air and go straight up. So it's basically an L, but it's a T, that way you can connect into the hose. Now I got to cut this one out because there's chews on the end and all the way up it. The camera won't pick up, but they're there to make the job the fastest. And well, I could just splice it right here and be good, but I noticed there was a couple nibbles right here, so I'm just gonna put a new one here, cut this off, leave the T there, but I'll take the hose off so there's no hose dangling and no one accidentally uses that one. You're laughing if you're like, oh, how are they gonna use that if it has deer or something bites all over it? Trust me. Spouts have been putting on much worse hoses than that, so it happens. So we're gonna put a new one here, and Ferdy will hold the camera because he needs lateral tubing from Johan. Yeah. And they went on a an inch pipe that goes the opposite way in one section. Yeah.
We're back.
My cameraman. See, should I turn night mode on?
If you can, maybe it'll help.
I got this hat from Eli last year, and it was cold today, so I put it on. I couldn't find my old hat. Damn it. Losing all the debris. Cut that out. Like that. Throw my piece in my pockets. Throw on our orange pipe. Maybe, you know.
Make sure he has the plug on the right side.
That's the plug. That way we actually get a
Sap the flow.
sap the flow, because
It happened before where they accidentally put it the other way.
it was a whole section. We had someone doing it.
Yeah. You can buy them where they're, depending on how people run the line, if they run them the other way, they get plugs that go the other way, so I guess it's just preference.
Yep. But we have had in one spot, it was probably a couple, like 50 taps in one spot that they put them the wrong way.
Yeah.
That person no longer puts them on. They're also no longer here, but that was for different reasons.
Alright. There's a section over there where I think it was deer. They about went right through the pipe.
Determined little bastards. You want to put this in my pocket? So, the carry supplies, I'll show it on Ferdy.
Kangaroo pouch.
Basically, it's like a can. You got we put trash in the back. Little crap goes right in there.
I put them up here, I guess.
It's preference, and then we shove a bunch of
Drops.
the good drops either behind us like I do,
Or
or
in
in front, whatever you like doing.
Yeah.
If you want it whacking your legs in the back or the front, I guess it don't matter.
Yeah.
And then we have cutters. I have O-rings for saddles, which are in the pockets. We got straight connectors, and end hooks to if we have to run a whole new lateral. We have sliders, saddles. I mean everything that we need. Not in the volume when you're setting up new woods, but enough to make it through for hours. Yeah. Now we gotta go find them because we need lateral line, and normally we're all together, but there's one spot here where one pipe goes a completely different direction, and they headed that way.
And we went this way.
We walked
Still on
over
your
to
camera?
yeah, we walked over to Christoph.
It's good, it's good.
Ooh, that is the what'd you write? I think this is gonna leak. That's a section he needs tubing from Yolan. You almost went through the whole dang roll today.
Yeah.
And we actually weren't in here for too many hours, but we're leaving now because it's gonna. How many taps we walked? Probably 2,000.
No, we did 1,000.
Oh, 1,000 taps. He said. We could have done a lot more today.
This is also the worst section that always has the most damage. The further we go, the better it gets.
We're around a lot of hemlock here, and the critters love the hemlock too. The critters. That's a polite way to call them, because we have much more rude words used off camera.
Yeah.
Or Christoph throws hand signals up that the camera might have picked up.
Oh my god, put the middle finger.
I was joking. Anyways, we're walking out.